Hi guys, thank you for joining me. So today we're going to be sewing in signatures of the little journal I put together. Let me show you this Temu thing. Somebody had a question earlier. So, if you're new to Temu, and if you use my link to download the app, and this is when you log in for the first time, you will get a $100 coupon bundle to use on future orders. Okay? Then another offer is a 50% discount using my code Fav12404 on your first order. Okay? Up to $50. All right? And the question was, do you have to download the app? Well, you have to download the app to get the $100 coupon bundle, but not to get the 50% discount using my code Fav12404. And I will have this in the drop down, and I'll try to remember to put my link and code in the first comment. Also, I have all of these papers. This is I call them ready to fold. They look just like this, okay? And then I just did a video adding all the papers and all the stuff to them, okay? And this was a set of 30 sheets. There are many, and I have them all linked down below, many variations of these ready to fold papers, okay? And they make such a nice journal. I didn't realize it would be this substantial, but it's a good size. It's not like a little mini journal. I mean, it's like 4.5 by 6. Okay, so I mean, it's a good size. I really like it. And they also have coordinating papers that we've discovered. There's some miniature papers, like these and these. I mean, you can see it's the exact same as that on the cover. You know, these are all the same. And so I have all of these papers linked down below. This is about four, I don't know, they're smaller, but they're one-sided, and you get 100 sheets, and that matches this kit, this paper collection. Here is a journal I used for the papers that were more red, and they're like castles and stuff. And then this is the journal I'm doing now with more pink, okay? And then there's also this this paper collection is called Medieval Rose, and you can see it's the exact same. And then, like I said, I've divided this up between the pink and the red, and I've already done the red. Okay? And then I've got all of the coordinating papers and the videos I made I made 2 videos, one for ready to fold and one for coordinating papers. Okay? So all that's linked below. Alrighty? And let me know if you have any questions. So what I did was I just put 2 holes. This is a 6-inch spine, so then I just did a hole at 2 and 4 inches, and then I pierced all of this, and then real quick we're just going to sew it together. And I like to use extra string because I made a journal. I guess I got way too traumatized, but one time I did a journal and I didn't have enough string. So ever since then I use a lot of string, extra string, and I'm okay with that. You know, we've all got lots and lots of string. So this one, since it only has 2 holes, I just did 2 lengths from my chin to my hand. You know how you grab it and measure it like that. If it had 3 holes, I'd probably do that 3 times. But I'm just going to show you how easy, and you don't have to be fancy or complicated. There's one thing I will want to show you. Let's see, we're just going to go in the top and out. Okay, in and out. There. Make sure it's right side up. We're in our first set of holes. This stinking string wants to get tangled. So then whenever you're clipping it, you just let me just show you. I always say this, and sometimes I protect it with other cardstock because, you know, clips can leave dents in the page, but this one I didn't. I just don't think it's that fragile, like wallpaper or, you know, fancy paper or something. On the cover it's just a piece of this on cardstock, and it's fine. So there, so you're, oh nope, I came wrong. So you're going to want to I do these 3 times through, and I was going to show you how to connect or jump over to the next signature because it's real easy. So you can so it stays locked in, you know. So here we've got one. I was hoping to use envelopes for some of these covers, but I think it's a little thick. Also, I tighten as I go. It gets real dumb real quick if you don't. Trying to tighten one and move to the next and try to figure out where it's at. Oh my God, it gets so stupid. I've taken it out and redone it before because I couldn't figure out how to tighten it. Has anybody done that? So make sure you tighten as you go. So there's 2, and then here's 3. I'm going to show you how to jump over to the next signature, and you all, I'm sure there's lots of proper ways to do this, and this is just how I do it. Okay, so we're going to pull it out, and we've got 3, and we've got 3. So then what I do is I jump through this loop or this row of strings, okay, and then I just come back in, and I only come in the spine, not the signature. Okay, so I just looped it through just to anchor it so I can come back in and jump over to this signature without just being awkward. I don't know why. I've decided I want to do these at the top of the signature, and then that's how we're doing it. But you can see that this one comes over, and we want to come in this spine, but I'll show you something. Okay, so I want to come in this spine, or in this signature, right? But then my paper is, or my string is just coming up here. It's not locked in. So we're gonna fix that. So you're just gonna pretend it's okay for now. So then we're gonna come out this other hole and out the spine. I'm just showing you how I connect them and jog them over. It's okay. So you go down and out, right, and then we're gonna come back up, and we are going to catch that string and line it up. We're gonna see that string is not anchored to the spine, but we're gonna do that right now. So we're gonna come in the hole, and if you come inside of it, okay, now watch what that does. If you come below it, now see how that locked that string in. Now when we come through the signature, you know, and we're going to loosen it a bit to get it done, and then I was going to show you how it snugs it up. Okay, now watch. Since we put this string under that first string, then now watch, when you tighten it, it pulls it all. Well, it's not going to want to. This is part of the tighten as you go thing. Okay. Now, see how that's nice and neat now? And then it's not moving because we locked it into that. We took this string under it. Okay? And I might do that on the next time too. I might just make sure I go under it just to lock it in. And then that's how you can, because that string, we just pulled it over to the top hole of the signature. We didn't take it through the spine yet. So that locks it in because it was just sliding. It wasn't locked in. So then, so here's our third trip. And in case that you didn't see that, I will show you again, and then I'm going to show you how to come back. See, I don't like my signatures to look all zigzaggy and everything. I like them to be neat, kind of like, I guess, like cross stitch. You know, you want the back of it to look neat, right? Should theoretically, isn't cross stitch supposed to look as neat as the front if you really do a good job, you know? So then we don't need 3 on the front because we already have 3. So we're going to come through here. And then I didn't lock that in, but that's okay. It'll be fine. And then sometimes I said I'd go through and lock it in on the outside, but I didn't. Okay, so now we got this just through the signature, not the spine. And so here we're going to go out. And then this is not through the spine. So now we're going to put the stitch under that stitch. And then that will hold it in place. And then that will keep that first one kind of anchored since we didn't go through the spine. And now we come through the signature. Oops. Now we come through this signature after we connect that. Okay? And then I'm going to show you how to go out. So here's already 2. There's 2. And 3. Okay, and now we're going to come up, but we're only going to come in through the signature. I mean the spine, not the signature. The cover, rather, I guess. Gosh, why are words hard for me today? Okay, it wants to come in on that side. Okay, there. Okay. So there. Now we've got 3 there and 3 there. I like 3 loops. That's just, I have 3 kids. 3's my number. So that's just me. You don't have to do that. So now we're just going to bring this back over to our first signature. Okay. And we're just going to push it through. Okay. Now then, to anchor this, it's like you have to have something in between or the stuff will just find its way out the hole. Okay, so we can't just tie this in a knot. So what I'm going to do is bring it under those 3 stitches in the signature. And then that will give us something to tie to. I always like to anchor my threads somehow if I can. You know? So there. So all we did was just bring it through the spine, and then we brought it over across, and then we pulled it up with this signature. So now my start and my end pieces are in the same signature. And you could do this in the front or the back or wherever you want. And you can leave this however long you want. You can leave it long, you can leave it short. Sometimes if you leave it long, let me show you something. And I always do 3 knots whether it needs it or not. And then if you leave it long like this, then you could put charms and then have it be a spine dangle thing, right? You could just add buttons and charms and stuff. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to make it short and leave it inside here. I probably will make it shorter, maybe just tie it in a bow, because I don't want it tearing up my, if I would have thought about it, I might not have done this, but that's okay. No, I'm just going to cut it shorter. There, that's enough. I made this pocket, and it's just out of paper, so I don't want stuff interfering with it. So there we've got 3, just a 2-hole. I don't even know if it's a thing, and like I said, I never have watched tutorials on this. I know it's I've heard people call them stuff in there, like a pamphlet stitch and stuff, but I've never watched because it makes sense to me. But like I said, there's you know, there's real proper ways to do this, but that's fine. Somebody got a journal of mine, and they were like, oh, I'm looking at her stitching, that's easy, you know, because I only did 2 stitches, and really I've never had a journal fall apart. But I was just and then, like I said, you come up and you might lock it through this row of stitches, or you might just come under over to the next one and then go under it on the inside just to lift it up and hold it high, because we just went through the signature on the ones, right? So these 2 journals were made in 2 days, guys. I spent 1 evening stenciling the pages and doing all the stencils, and then I put these pictures. If there was some ladies, you can see there's a lot of creepy ladies in here. Let me see. Well, unless I've already, like her, you know. So then those kind of things were on these ready to fold pages, and like this one's covered. These 100 sets of one-sided papers are the perfect size to cover that up. So wherever there was a creepy lady that I didn't want to see, I literally glued one of these on top of that page. And I did that throughout. And I did it on both of them. So in 1 evening, I stenciled the lines and covered the ladies. And then today, I made both journals. I made the cover and assembled them in 1 day. I think that these ready to fold papers are great, and I have so many. I have, let's see, that was 1 set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 more sets. And these ready to fold sets are between 30 and 40 pages, and they cost between $2 and $3, and they will all be linked below. Okay, and let me know if you need any links, and these coordinating papers are also linked below. Okay, and let me know if you need any links or anything, and tag me if you use these, because I want to see how other people are using them. And I know this is just basic, but I just wanted to show you how very basic you can make one. And I got 2 complete journals done in 2 afternoons, and I think that's pretty good, and I really like them. And then I will work on decorating sometime, but I think they're a good size too. I mean, you can see my hand. That's not a little bitty journal, you know. Here's a pen next to it. You know, that's plenty big, don't you think? Okay, let me know your thoughts. I want to see how you use them, and I will be making, I think, some envelope ones too. Okay, thanks so much for joining me, guys. Love you. Bye.